Hi, so we have just started our journey. We have just left the extended stay America. We're in Washington Dulles and we are about to head out to get some food. This is what it's come to, folks. We are in a supermarket car park with our shopping trolleys, which has been a great addition actually. Weagles is trying to fit all her stuff into this barrel, and I'm currently eating lunch out of my shopping trolley. So lunch is basically, we have no kitchen, and after being on the plane yesterday I really fancy some vegetables, so I've gone for ginger to make a hot drink tonight. I'm gonna be eating a carrot, half a thingy of broccoli and a peach and some bread before I will be trying to put all of this into my bear barrel. I'm here at the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. If you can see that in the distance, this is the most famous picture that you see just here of people saying. So we've just had our photos taken and we've collected our passports, although I'll pick mine up later, and spoken to the lovely Laurel, who's assured us that we're not actually going too quickly, that we need to take it slowly. So we're going to head down here and pick up our rucksacks from the hotel and then we'll be off. I'm standing here looking at a rock. In the background you can see the river, and we were talking about the fact it's getting a bit cold, it's a bit windy, and then eagles spotted our first white blaze, which you probably can't see in the background. I shall go and take a closer look. This is the beginning, folks. This is the start. Still here, still smiling, still very excited. This white blaze, that's it. That is what it's all about, folks. This is the beginning. So today, on the 20th of March at 2:20, we are starting the Appalachian Trail. In the background here, if you can see it, there's a canal path. We've just spent about an hour or so walking along the canal path, maybe about 3 miles, so probably more than an hour actually. We've had quite a few breaks and readjustments with the packs because they are like the heaviest they've ever been. We've got 5 days of food, and they are packed to the brim. Very, very tempted to just eat all the stuff so you don't have to carry it. So this is more what I was expecting from the trail, which is definitely the woods feel, and even some little daffodils, which I know would please Manisa if she saw them. So they're just coming out. There's not a lot else out actually. I think it would be absolutely beautiful in the summer, but along the canal path obviously is stagnant water because it's disused, and I think if we were doing this in the summer that would be an absolute nightmare with mosquitoes. So really pleased to be doing it now. We're probably about halfway on the section that we're going to do today. We're going to stay in the Ed Garvey shelter. There's obviously one of the blazes, which is quite obvious. And yeah, about to start the steep climb up. When we get to the top, we'll have another couple of miles and set up camp, and then we'll have to go a mile and a half, well, about half a mile there, half a mile back, down a steep incline to get water. So we'll have to do that before dinner tonight, but we'll probably just have one of us stay with the pack, the other one go fetch the water, and then repeat in the morning. So that's where we are. This is our view the first morning. Last night we camped in the Ed Garvey shelter, and we had a few modifications due to a bit of an emergency in the night when I got so cold, even though I was in my emergency bivvy shelter, that we ended up putting our tents up inside the shelter, which is, fortunately, there is enough room for both of them. So these shelters are great. There is actually an upstairs there, but you have to go up a ladder, so we decided that wasn't a great plan. There's some handy pegs, and there's even a bear box, which actually I couldn't get open, but it didn't matter because we have the bear barrel. So there is also a privy of sorts further down there with an actual sort of toilet seat, so that was nice to sit on. And the downside was the water was down that ravine, actually half a mile there, half a mile back. So when we came in last night about 6 o'clock, half 6, really tired, the last thing we wanted to do was to walk down a friggin' ravine to get water. But no matter, I'm certainly not doing it today. And the fact that the weather looks like this just confirms that we did the best thing yesterday, which was to walk up the steep incline on a dry day. It's 6:10 in the evening, although it's still light outside. We've actually walked about 9 miles today, even though we've actually only walked about 4.3 of the trail. A lot of that was fanning about in the night and setting up camp here. We're in the Crampton Rock shelter, which we hadn't planned to stay in. We were going to move ahead to the Rocky Run shelter, which is another 5 miles away. But if you can see the weather outside, this is it. And it has been like this all day long. So it's really handy for washing up. Oh, just taking the pot away. But yeah, we've been washing up. We've collected water. So this is the view. Those are my Peter Storm waterproof trousers, 100% waterproof, not. And these are my sealskin 100% waterproof gloves. I had to wring them out when I got here. Not waterproof, thank you sealskin. Although to be fair, my hands weren't cold. So that is something. So again, we've set up the shelters. There are tents actually in the shelters. These shelters are much smaller. And I've just been using my bear barrel as a seat to do this. So the day has gone well. There were a lot more ups and downs than we were kind of anticipating. And it was really hard, as most of the trail were rivers. But all in all, I think a successful day. I'm hoping to be a lot warmer tonight because we've set the tents up first in the evening, not in the middle of the night. And we kind of thought if we were all set up early, we could actually sort of lie down, stretch out, have a bit of a relax. We've already eaten dinner, so we can, yeah, just chill out a little bit for once and maybe catch up on some sleep before heading off tomorrow. The forecast is supposed to be dry, but I'm expecting it to be like not raining kind of dry. And then I think it's heading down to like -1 for the weekend. But yeah, as long as it doesn't rain too long, that will be good. But yeah, all good so far. Morning, it's Saturday. This is I think day 4 on the trail. We spent the night, this was our first night actually camping in a tent, and it was about -2 this morning. So we were comfortable, no emergencies, didn't sleep very well, just tossing and turning, that kind of thing. And we're heading off today, hoping maybe to do about 9 miles. So fortunately the sun has come out, so I think it's going to be warmer today. And this is what the trail looks like this morning. The tent site that we were at was supposed to have showers, which is why we stopped. I had a portaloo, which was not bad condition really, considering. I'm just heading up to this road, and at the top there's a beautiful kind of church, like what I call a wedding cake church, just at the top of this road. This is day 5, and we had our first camp on an actual camping ground, like actually in the woods. Yesterday's tent site had actually pre-laid gravel pads with picnic tables, etc. But this is more like Hode's Wood. There is a privy, but it was absolutely disgusting. So real shit in the woods type scenario this morning. Yesterday wasn't so good. We did quite a lot of miles, but my back was absolutely biting. I've got a bit of a shoulder glitch, and it was just painful all day long. I stopped to, quite a few times to readjust my pack. I don't know whether I packed it wrong or not, but yeah, that was not pleasant. But hopefully we've got one more shelter to go tonight, and then we should be heading for town. So that'll be quite good, because we need to change things up. So we're hoping to do about 10 miles today, and I had, my back wasn't bad in the night, which is good. So and it hasn't twinged this morning so far. So onward. Maybe I've done something radically different. Who knows? Hi, I've put this on just because this is the first time we're coming out of the woods into the open air, and I believe, if they're friendly, there's 2 beautiful little dachshunds up ahead. Hello! Can I video? My daughter absolutely loves dachshunds. Hello, little doggies.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Where'd y'all put in it?
Okay. So this was after the little dachshund interlude. We've just come out, and these are some great little houses here. So it's nice to see something that's a little bit more like Middle America, suburbia, real civilization, places where we're not sleeping. So, and then we have just had some good news. So if I pan around super quickly.
Apparently.
Hang on, stop. I'm going to have to edit that. It's just too big. Go ahead.
Apparently we're about 10 miles from the Pennsylvania border. Yay! We're nearly to the state! And on top of that, these lovely people that we've just seen have told us that the worst is over. The epic rock climb that we had earlier on today, which we survived just, but we did, is gone. That was the worst of it. Yes, yes, yes. You can edit that as well.
Esther giving the good news, basically because I don't know if you can see that, I face planted a rock just as we were coming over, so like God knows how many of my injuries that is. But yeah, I'm expecting that to look really bad tomorrow, sorry. But yeah, really good news. Hopefully we've got one more sleep out, and then we'll be in a bed. Fabulous. Giving the good news, basically because I don't know if you can see that, I face planted a rock just as we were coming over, so like God knows how many of my injuries that is. But yeah, I'm expecting that to look really bad tomorrow, sorry. But yeah, really good news. Hopefully we've got one more sleep out, and then we'll be in a bed. Fabulous. So I think this is day 6. We're just leaving Raven Rock Shelter, which is a new shelter. But we camped. We got in last night after dark. So that was quite interesting. We had to go and get water down a bit of a slope / ravine in the dark, maybe 0.3 miles from the shelter. Following these blue blazes. So we were quite good actually. We worked out sort of like if one stayed by one blaze and the other one went on with our torches, etc., then we had a 0 chance of getting lost. So that was quite good. But it was interesting collecting water from a stream in the dark. My lip's not so bad this morning. My face hurt. I did sleep quite well last night, despite the fact that I can't kneel low in the tent, which is a bit of a pain, where I hurt my knee. I cacked over yesterday. So I'm really looking forward to 2 nights off to rethink everything. We need to sort of like resort certain things out in our packs and just basically have a couple of decent nights sleep. That's what I'm looking forward to today. So it's due to be raining. We've only got 5 miles to go. So I thought I'd just give an update in case I don't get a chance to get the camera out again. So the reason why I stopped for this is because it's raining. We are about to cross the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. So that means that we've done 6. This is our 6th day. So we've done 1 state in 6 days, which isn't bad. I think when I looked, we've gone about 41 miles. Yeah. So I'll probably just be taking a photo of that because it's absolutely torrentially raining. It's really kind of cold and miserable. So I am really looking forward to a couple of nights in a warm bed.